Okay.
Okay. Yes!
What?
Really? Dohalim. Dohalim, I'm going to look into some seasonal fishing spots.
By all means.
Leave the preparations to me as well. I'll bring the rods. Would you prefer your fish served grilled or raw?
I'll, trust your judgment, Kisara.
By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait. Don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine. Let's get going. Thistleim was founded by Danan's fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renan like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two. It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hootle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not! Shion's our friend! Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right. that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
This is great. The taste and aroma will blow everyone away.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah! What are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys. this what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will.
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Dragon Swarm! Eat this! Now you see what I can do!
Lightning or rain, not in your dreams!
I'm on! Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Talon Storm! Eternal Devastation! Fang Blast! Here I come! Tiger Crush!
An Astral Arts?
That's my cue!
Eat this!
Shut him down.
Dragon Swarm! Now! You may quit working!
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out! Dragon Swarm! Hurricane Blast! Here I come, one! Come on! Now I'm in the groove! That's it! You're mine! Make it rain! It's over! Demon's Descent! Flashing Bang! Easy!
Way to go!
Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blade!
Make it rain!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! Didn't even break a sweat.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but... Could you... Oh. Right.
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! On my turn!
Radiant Gaze!
Right spear! Resonate with the earth! Dynamite!
Waterfall!
Rush up! Here I come! Radiant Flare! Radiant Light!
Photon Flare! Raging Cascade!
Take this!
Sleep now!
Soda! Hurricane Blast! I'll take you all on! One more! Begin!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Next time, do you think we could add some more flames into the mix?
Huh? It's not that easy to adjust, you know. Don't mind if I do!
Lords are two.
You'll soon see about that. No more! They're all coming
trip it up.
after me!
I'm coming, Rinwell.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
Try harder! Regeneration!
Freeze Blaster! Dance in the wind!
I couldn't make it in time.
Maybe show Kisara a little kindness, huh?
She is strong. She can handle herself.
You can be really dense, Dohalim.
Listen to it! Here I come! You're finished!
Here goes!
Here I come! From beyond!
Thanks for
Here I
that.
come! Dragon Swarm!
Let's get back in.
Eternal Devastation!
Look sharp.
You're finished! Here I come! Dragon Swarm! It's over!
Now you see what I can do!
Take this!
A lord's power never ceases to amaze me.
Former Lord. I'm as regular as the next man.
Yeah, the next man who used to be a lord.
Lightning orb!
Dragon Swarm! My turn! I'm not done! Soaring Light Spear!
In here!
Going in.
Take this! Dragon!
We must be tired of killing them.
I'm merely doing what I can to help.
Glad you're on our side.
It's over!
Elusive deity! Can you take it?
Dragon
Gale
Swarm!
Force! Now! Frozen!
Hammer!
My exploits are bearing fruit. Here I come! You're finished!
Take care!
Shine!
Take
Radiant
this!
light! I couldn't make it in time.
That shell's hiding something tasty.
Dragon Swarm! Soul with light! Try harder! Benediction light!
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Eternal Devastation! It's over!
You want me? Come get me!
Tiger Blade!
Eternal
Lightning
Devastation!
orb! Photon blast!
Make it
Dragon
rain!
Swarm!
Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Certainly not.
Fire Thrust! Lightning Cassette!
Eternal Devastation!
Tiger Blade!
In your deck,
Then tonight's meal is on you. Keep going.
Lightning Cassette!
Severing Ring! I can carve through armor! Here I come! You're finished!
Tiger Blade!
Rising Fusion! It's over! Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Rock! My turn! No escape! Resonate with the line! Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blaster!
These bad guys really don't mess around.
What's this thing?
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh! It's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately, that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... you know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell. Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almeidrea. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower and... Need this water.
You're welcome to try, but that water pressure would likely crush you to a pulp.
An opponent like this should be easy. Dragon Swarm!
Fusing rapid!
Raging Storm! Celestial Hammer!
Get behind me!
Just bash it out again!
Anything in order is all
Raging
mine!
Cascade!
Radiant light! Pulse of regeneration!
Regenerate!
Going in!
Severing Wind! Its armor's too strong. Be my guest. It's over.
Benediction light.
Take this.
Another incantation ruin.
Dragon Swarm! Wind! Soaring Wind Spear! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Leave the enemy's arms to me!
No complaints here!
Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm! Crush!
Now!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Not a chance!
Resonate with
Dragon
the
Swarm!
Stalagmite!
Crush! Dragon Swarm!
Now!
Law!
Hey!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Another incantation ruined.
I'm ready!
Heaven's Descent! Flashing Fang! My turn! Go in!
Hold on to your arm. Here I come! Freeze Lancer!
I couldn't make it in time.
Dragon Form! Eternal Devastation! Crush! Dragon Form! Crush! Dragon Form!
Lightning Orb!
Make it rain!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
All thanks to you.
Severing Wind! Sona!
Your hands now.
Small! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Non-kill!
Look sharp.
Dragon Core! Armor won't save you! You're finished!
Raging Storm!
Eternal Devastation!
God.
Strike!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malika!
You're mine! Dragon Form! Heal! I owe you one! Eat dirt!
Now!
Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Going in.
Dragon Form!
Regenerate.
Hold on to your art.
Idiot.
Here I come!
Eternal Devastation!
Let us
This one's
Take
mine.
this!
Anything in order is all mine. Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Looks like some solid equipment.